This is not your average police chase. This chase is almost impossible to escape because the police remember your clothes, car, face, and everything about you. That was only one of over 100 details in the Grand Theft Auto 6 Netflix extended look. I went through every article, every frame, every leak that Rockstar tried to hide. And I'm exposing everything I found so you don't have to. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get into it. The new GTA 6 Netflix extended look gave us way more than just gameplay. It basically showed us how Jason and Lucia got dragged into the biggest mess of their lives. And it starts with what could be the main villain of GTA 6. Jason and Lucia are at a trap house pickup when the place suddenly gets raided by what looks like a police task force, but this isn't just some normal bust. A man named Ernesto calls Raymond and tells him to let the cops take everything, meaning this task force may not actually be cleaning up the streets at all. They could be robbing drug dealers for somebody else. And that brings us to one of the craziest missions that Rockstar showed. Raul Batista isn't just another criminal Jason and Lucia meet along the way. He looks like he's the heist boss because he then gives them a surprise bank robbery. This man is absolutely insane. He's gonna be so fun to watch inside of GTA 6. But the heist itself also revealed a brand new way to escape the police. Rockstar didn't just make police chases harder in GTA 6, they may have completely changed how you escape them. During one mission, Jason and Lucia are told to stay off the freeway, cut through the alleys, back into the cover, and wait until the police no longer have eyes on their vehicle, which already proves that the police now have a line of sight system. Once you're out of their sights, you're good to go, but they do recognize your vehicle, your clothing, and everything else, unlike GTA 5 where they just magically forget about you. But then they do something even crazier. They drive the entire getaway car into the back of a semi-truck. Raul tells Jason we're cargo, and the truck drives away while the police are still searching for the wanted vehicle. So instead of driving away faster and being able to escape the police that way, you're now able to hide, switch your vehicles, and lay low. Oh, and let's talk about what Rockstar is really making important this time around. During one mission, Jason and Lucia steal a car while the owner's friend is live streaming. The person is talking directly to their chat, panicking, then realizes the car being stolen belongs to their friend. So people may be able to watch your crimes live, which means GTA 6 could make you deal with something even worse than the police. Somebody with a phone, a live stream, and an internet connection. Also, during one escape, Jason and Lucia run through a stranger's apartment while the woman living in there starts yelling at them for breaking into her home and climbing through her window, which is pretty funny, but it also suggests that we may now be able to go into strangers' home and they'll react based off of you entering. Apartments and buildings may become actual escape routes now. You could run through somebody's house, hide inside an interior, climb out a window, and turn an ordinary apartment into part of a police chase. Your character can now physically change depending on how you live inside the game. If Jason and Lucia spend days partying, eating terrible food, fighting, and barely sleeping, it can start showing in their faces and bodies. Injuries from fights and violence can also leave visible marks behind. So you might not magically heal after getting thrown through a window. And it doesn't stop there. The weight and muscle system is officially back. Food affects how much Jason and Lucia weigh, while exercise visibly builds and tones their muscles. GTA San Andreas let us turn CJ into anything from a skinny dude to a bodybuilder. But GTA 6 seems to be mixing that with the realism Rockstar built into Red Dead Redemption 2. But how Jason and Lucia look isn't the only thing that changes depending on how you play. Their relationship will apparently have real gameplay consequences too. Rockstar describes it as a Bonnie and Clyde type story, also confirming Jason and Lucia will have way more personal scenes together than anything we've seen before. You can now switch between the driver and passenger seat in the middle of a chase. So 1 second you could be driving through Vice City with Lucia, then switch to the passenger and start shooting out the window as Jason. But the city around Lucia and Jason is also gonna react differently. Rockstar wants GTA 6 to be the first game where the world actually reacts to the dumb stuff you do. If you walk down the street openly carrying a rifle, people around you will react. And it goes even further with the new social media system. You'll be able to scroll through a working in-game feed, and people inside the game can actually go viral on it. And speaking of people going viral, Rockstar is even building an entire storyline based on that concept. You can reportedly follow the rise of Vice City rap duo Real Dimes as they blow up through the in-game social media system. Their story is tied to Booby Ike, the Vice City legend who owns the Jack of Hearts strip club and a music studio run by Draquan Priest. So GTA 6 could have a full music industry storyline happening right alongside the robberies, police chases, and whatever Jason and Lucia have gotten themselves into. And Rockstar didn't just make up that music culture from scratch either. The soundtrack direction is reportedly built around Miami bass, with real artists like Kodak Black making them connected to the game's musical world. And all I'm saying is they better have No Flocking on the radio. If you're Floridian, you know. But we'll touch on more of the songs in the game later in this video. Now, how far Rockstar went with the new NPCs just might break the internet. They officially announced they have an entire office in Los Angeles whose main job is basically making the random people around Vice City feel real. An entire office to build people that I'm going to run over the minute I get into GTA 6. So the people walking around won't look like the same 5 NPCs wearing different shirts. They're putting more detail into their clothes, hair, tattoos, jobs, body types, and even stuff like cosmetic surgery. And they didn't stop with just the pedestrian. More than 50 real street artists were brought in to paint murals around Vice City, especially in the Stockyard district. So when you see some crazy mural on the wall in GTA 6, it may not just be a Rockstar artist trying to make the background look colorful, it may have been painted by a real street artist. Rockstar also brought in actual race car drivers to help with the vehicle handling, which could explain why the driving in GTA 6 looks like it may be going for something more grounded than GTA 5, while still letting you launch a supercar into the ocean after missing one turn. And if that still doesn't prove that Rockstar is trying to make Leonida feel real, Rockstar even talked to real former criminals, cops, club promoters, and even gun dealers while building the game. Shit, they might as well have hit me up too. I'm from Florida. Wait, maybe not, because next I'm about to show what they've been hiding from you this entire time. Rockstar has spent years building one of the most advanced open world games ever made. And they didn't just stop at upgrading the world. Rockstar has upgraded the combat system to now have a stamina meter. During fights, the HUD appears to show stamina draining as attacks are thrown, which means you might not be able to throw punches forever without consequences. This could make combat feel a lot more like Red Dead Redemption 2. You can still get into a fight, obviously, but now you might actually have to think about how aggressively you're swinging before you completely pass out. And that's not the only thing Rockstar borrowed from Red Dead. The new wanted level interface shows icons connected to your clothing, face, and the car you're driving. So instead of police simply knowing where the player is, GTA 6 may actually track what you look like and what you're wearing, which means changing clothes or abandoning your car actually matters. And it gets even crazier because NPCs may now be able to report your crimes directly to the police. In GTA 5, committing a crime usually means the police somehow know about it instantly, but in GTA 6, a witness may actually have to see what happened and call it in. And if hiding doesn't work, the wanted level may go all the way up to 6 stars. GTA 5 stopped at 5 stars, but the rumored HUD appears to show a 6th star returning to the series. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the whole army will arrive because you stole a sandwich, but it does suggest Rockstar may be bringing back a much more serious escalation system for the end of a police chase. But the police aren't the only ones getting more complicated. Your vehicles may need some attention too. In recent GTA 6 footage, the vehicle HUD appears to include an engine warming light and a fuel gauge. So for the first time, you may actually have to watch how gas is left in your car instead of driving across the entire state without ever stopping. That's not the only thing that the car displayed. Headlights and taillights appear to work properly, turn signals can be seen operating, and environmental lighting reflects across the body of the car. Rockstar even made it to where the road markings reflect headlights and taillights so they no longer look like completely flat paint on the road. Oh, and speaking of the road, during a burnout, the tire smoke also appears to interact with the lights in a much more realistic way. The smoke passes over the taillights, but the red light shines through it. Unlike GTA 5, where the smoke often looks like a solid layer placed in front of the car. Car crashes are a lot more detailed as well. After an impact, the tires can appear off-center, debris flies everywhere, and footage even slows down for a moment to emphasize the crash. But there's some good news to crashing your car. If your car does get damaged or runs out of fuel, you may not even have to leave it. GTA 6 footage suggests you can refuel and repair your vehicle at a gas station without getting out. But that's only if you're able to steal a car in the first place. GTA 6 may make that process a lot more involved than simply pressing a button. In more footage, carjacking appears to require you to spam a button while using up your character's stamina, meaning it's something you can fail, unlike the automated animation that we currently have in GTA 5. You may even have different ways to take the vehicle, including cloning the key or smashing the window. So depending on the situation, stealing a car may become an actual interaction instead of a one button press. But once you actually have the car, each car has its own inventory. The trunk and the trunk bed reportedly include options called loadouts and storage 0 through 4, suggesting that vehicles can carry a limited amount of equipment. Some simple key details that make the world feel alive and modern, kind of like this next one. Even the advertisements around Vice City may now be more alive. Instead of every billboard being a static image, some billboards reportedly play videos, meaning advertisements can change while you're driving through the city, making the world feel less like a backdrop and more like a place that's actually operating. And as you all may know, you also are able to play basketball. This isn't just some random activity Rockstar threw in for fun. Every basket appears to increase a focus stat by 2%, suggesting that different activities could actually improve different character attributes. So maybe basketball improves focus, working out improves strength, and sitting in traffic may improve your anger management. But basketball might not just be something you play. Inside a strip club, a television appears to be showing an actual basketball game, and in the background, fans believe the arena may be the Sahara Arena, Rockstar's parody of Miami's Kaseya Center, meaning this stadium might not just be an empty building. It could actually host basketball games that you can watch on television and possibly even attend in person. But one of the biggest changes may be coming to the music. In more GTA 6 footage, there appears to be an on-demand section. This could mean you'll be able to choose individual songs instead of only switching between the radio stations. We still don't know if that means Spotify or Apple Music integration, or if it's simply Rockstar's own music library. But either way, it could completely change how the GTA 6 radio works. Some of the stations on the radio may include V-Rock, which may finally be returning, the station that is one of the biggest parts of the original Vice City. And it isn't the only one. The list includes V-Rock, Circle Local Records Radio, Dirty South Classics, Honey FM, Backcountry Radio, Emotion, On.U, Stockyard FM, and Symphony FM. But what's playing on those stations might blow your mind. Rockstar has included so many generations of music, both new and old, with songs such as Tate McRae Sports Car, Mike Towers Girl, Sexy Red Pound Town, Tammy Wynette Talking to Myself, Coi Leray Players, Lindsey Buckingham Go Insane, Glenn Campbell, Rhinestone Cowboy, Wang Chung Everybody Have Fun Tonight, DJ Khaled's Bills Paid, Steve Nicks For What It's Worth, Rosen Murphy Overpowered, Jay Ferguson Thunder Island, George Strait The Firemen, The Pointer Sisters Hot Together, SG Lewis featuring Robin and Chanel Trace Impact, French Montana featuring Sway Lee Unforgettable, Fat Joe featuring Nelly Get In Poppin', Blue Oyster Cult Shooting Shark, Zen Glenn Child Support, April Wine Roller, Cliff Richards, Devil Woman, and more that we don't know. So even though GTA 6 is returning to Vice City, Rockstar doesn't plan on keeping it in the 1980s. They're mixing that classic Vice City identity with the modern music and culture of Florida today. But what about the hidden systems? For example, Zombix appears to be one of the recovery items in GTA 6, but in recent footage, the tooltip reportedly warns that it becomes less effective when it's used repeatedly. So this may not be a simple health pickup that you can spam every time you get shot. Another reported recovery item is the EpiPen, which suggests different items could have different effects instead of every healing item doing the exact same thing. The weapon wheel also appears to be redesigned, separating weapons, gear, and equipment. That could make the inventory feel closer to Red Dead Redemption 2, where you're not carrying every possible item at once. That same wheel appears to include recovery items too, meaning you'll be able to use them during gameplay without opening a whole separate menu. And you may not be stuck with whatever weapon you brought into the fight either. The leaked footage suggests you can pick up guns dropped by enemies, which sounds basic until you remember GTA 5 had an entire mod just to have this simple feature. The money display is also changing. Once your cash passes $1,000, the number reportedly uses a comma, which sounds extremely minor until you realize GTA 5 displayed large amounts as one giant block of numbers, and the money may not be able to sit in your account for long anymore. The leaked interface reportedly includes a stash house, which could mean you'll have a specific place to store cash, weapons, gear, or other items. So instead of every dollar and every weapon living in your invisible inventory forever, Rockstar may finally be giving you a place to store your things. Even the bank account is getting quality of life updates, but now we're getting into one of the biggest visual upgrades in GTA 6. For years, people have complained that GTA 5's nighttime doesn't actually feel like nighttime. The sky changes, but the world is still bright enough that you can see almost everything without using your headlights. There are entire mods designed to make GTA 5's nights darker and more realistic. But in GTA 6, nighttime finally appears to be nighttime. Streetlights, headlights, taillights, and signs stand out against a much darker environment, and the world actually feels like it's being lit by the moon instead of a giant invisible lamp. And because the night actually looks like nighttime now, it may last longer too. Based on the time progression shown in the leaked footage, one full GTA 6 day could last around 2 hours and 24 minutes in real life. You right there. You're not going outside and touching grass ever again. And if Rockstar is willing to spend this much time on lighting, imagine how much work they put into the character animations. In one clip, when Jason rubs his head, his hair actually reacts to the movement. It shifts, settles, and moves with the hand instead of staying completely rigid. I don't think I've ever seen hair physics this detailed in another game. And lastly, it doesn't just stop at hair. In the strip club footage, the dancers' bodies react to their movement with visible recoil and wave patterns going across their skin and body. I don't know about you, but once I unlock that strip club, I've officially beat the game. I don't really care about the story mode. But Rockstar may be pushing the M rating even further than strip clubs. The leaked footage also appears to show a nude beach with full nudity from both men and women. GTA has always been rated M, but this looks like Rockstar is making Vice City feel like the version of Florida where nobody is surprised by anything anymore. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys just drop a like and subscribe. Let's see if we can get this video to 3,000 likes. You guys have been absolutely killing it. I'll see you in the next one.